guys, this is David with Savvy Organics Farm. I am doing our last and final review on two products. Back on 5/23, we put out the Revenge No Escape Fly Sticks, and we also put out in our yard the Spartan Mosquito Eradicator. And the results are a little bit mixed between the two, and I'm going to show you what some of our results are. First, as you can see, it's fairly early in the morning. I'm sitting out on our back porch. The Mosquito Eradicator hanging in two trees. One is about 90 plus feet from me in that corner of our 1 acre yard, and the other one is in the front, probably about 110 feet from where I'm sitting here. The Mosquito Eradicator has allowed me to come out on our back porch and sit here and enjoy coffee or just hanging out, and I've seen a drastic reduced number of mosquitoes. I do recommend the product, at least to give it a try, and I'm not sure the results will be the same everywhere for everyone. I think it's important. I've read the instructions for installing this and putting it up several times now. How to prepare the eradicator, the hanging directions, and how far from each other they should be, and how far from the area you want to protect should be, and then the results. The first 15 days is when they claim that it will begin to reduce the number of mosquitoes, and I have to say that that's true. We have, both in our market garden, which is the acre behind me, and the acre that our house sits on, I've seen a huge reduction in the number of mosquitoes after putting those up. My first thought was, well, I wonder, we've kind of moved out of spring and we're into summer now. Today is July 10th, and we put these out on 5/23. So there's been some time transition between when we put them out in the spring. We're not at the 90-day point, which is how long each one of these packs is supposed to last. But so far, what I'm seeing is, for us anyway, a drastic reduction in the number of mosquitoes, both when we're working in the field and when we're sitting out on our patio or around the house. Now, the two that I hung in those trees I mentioned is literally on the line. It's halfway between our house and the acre that we have our market gardens in. I worked out there all morning yesterday from roughly 8 o'clock to about 2 yesterday afternoon. I didn't have a mosquito bite one. I've been sitting out on the patio this morning. I haven't seen or had a mosquito buzz my ears. So I do believe that it's working. Anyway, thinking it's summer and weather's drier, may produce fewer mosquitoes. We have had some rain showers. We also have irrigation. So we have irrigation around our house that keeps both the soil and some of our potted plants and things wet. We have irrigation in our market garden field, and so those stay moist, and still not having a mosquito problem. We also have rain barrels. They do have screens over the top to keep anything that develops in those tanks from being able to escape. But we have 6 rain barrels around the house, and the irrigation in those areas, so keeping the moisture levels up around the farm here, still not seeing mosquitoes. And as you can see, I'm sitting out here on the patio, and no mosquitoes. So my consensus is, for us and our location, it is working properly. I do recommend the product. It is working for me. There are I've had some comments online that say it's a scam. I've had others say that it's not working. So be your own judge. It's worth it to try it out for yourself. It's not a huge investment. It lasts 90 days. I think it's worth a try, even if you decide it's not for you or it doesn't actually work in your area for one reason or another. Then don't buy it again. But for us, the Spartan Mosquito Eradicator, it seems to be doing the job. And I do believe, again, it's very important to completely read the instructions. Early on, we did experiment a little bit. I did put them up here on our patio for the first, I don't know, maybe a week, and just to see what would happen. With them up on the patio even, I noticed a little bit of a reduction in the first week of the mosquitoes. Still saw quite a few. When I followed the directions and I put them at the right spacing and the right distance away from our house and the fields that we work, the last 15 days, I'm not seeing mosquitoes. Huge reduction, so very few. So again, read the directions carefully. They're very thorough. They tell you how to do it. It's really easy to do. I'll show you where those are hanging and show you how they're set up. But I also want to show you the results of the Revenge fly sticks. So we'll do the Revenge fly sticks, and then I'll show you where we have these mosquito eradicators located. So we have one mosquito eradicator hanging up right here by our back door from our garage that goes into the house. And you can see that, you know, again, it was put out on 5/23 and today is 7/10. There are a few flies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that side, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, roughly 20. There are also a lot of small gnats and things on there. So it is catching some, but you know, after that period of time, I feel like maybe it should have caught more. The garage is really hot. We have compost buckets and things from our market garden and other things that we store here, and so it does tend to attract flies and gnats and those kind of things. So I feel like maybe that could do a better job of attracting and capturing these different kinds of flies. So we also have one in our barn. I'll show you that next. So out here in our barn we have one of those fly eradicators, one of the Revenge fly traps hung up here. And it has considerably more on it, but still has room for insects. And out here in the barn we just moved 39 chicks out of this chicken brooder to our pasture, to the chicken tractors. And back here, these 3 stall areas is where horse and donkey come in and spend time in the heat of the day and at night and out of the weather. So as you can see, I do think there are quite a few flies on there, but still think it's probably not catching as many as maybe it should. We also have out here that attracts flies, we have grain that we soak for our chickens, and that attracts flies, but we're still not completely satisfied or believe that the fly catching Revenge strip is as effective as maybe it should be. We also have out here a few of our loose chickens. Maybe they're catching some of the flies. I don't see them out here, and I'm not sure I hear them. Oh, there they are. They're back here scratching through manure and doing their job back there. So we got a couple of chickens right there. Maybe they catch some flies, but not completely satisfied that does the best job of catching as many flies maybe as it should. So on the Mosquito Eradicator, I have had to fill these once and re-add liquid to them. So it has these fill marks up there, so you have to make sure it doesn't get below the low water level line, which is here, and the full level is right up there. So I'm 5'10", and that Eradicator is probably at 6'6", feet off the ground. And again, I'm walking around out here even, and under these trees in the shade, and not having a problem with mosquitoes even right beside this thing. So I can't walk all the way to it, but from where I'm standing, if you look way over there, that other pecan tree in our front yard is 150 feet away from this one. And so the house and our patio where I talked to you earlier is right up there. And our market garden and our vegetable fields are on the other side right there. So huge reduction as far as I'm concerned in the number of mosquitoes no matter what time of day. When I come out in the morning, when I go out in the evening, I'm seeing far fewer of them. But see if I can zoom in on it in our front yard. There is the the other one that's located in the pecan tree in our front yard. So far I'm actually happy with them. I think that it is working. We have, again, the irrigated market garden fields out there, and we have rain barrels around our house. We have irrigation around our house. Excuse me. Irrigation around our house for all of our herbs and patio plants and all those kind of things. So I'm quite happy with it, and when the 90 days are up, I believe I'm going to try it again, and hopefully those results will continue. It does say in the instructions to, if you're behind on the mosquito season, use the chart or the map that's on there. If you're behind, you may have to apply them more often or double the number of them to get those mosquito counts down initially. So for us, the first batch we put out on 5/23, and again today being July 10th. So far I'm seeing a good reduction in those numbers. So I wonder if it would matter, but we have a water fountain here at the back. I haven't got water added to it, and we have one in the front. So we'll probably get those filled up too and see if any additional water around the house makes a difference. But so far I'm pleased and happy with the Mosquito Eradicator, and would recommend it.